Hey everybody, welcome back. It is week number 3. I am teaching this series on weight loss coaching basics because I think a lot of folks really don't know what a coach is for. Why do you need a coach to lose weight? We understand the concept of a coach for sports or a coach for business. Like you think of a CEO who has a business coach, or those concepts of coaching make sense. But really, a coach for weight loss or a life coach who helps you reach your goals is exactly the same. So the whole premise behind a coach is to help you get where you want to go. So in an area that we so often struggle with and really spin around and don't make progress with, at least not long-term progress, like weight, having a coach can make all the difference. First of all, you don't have to do it by yourself. But second, you get actual direction to move and motivation to move. So I think coaching is the key to really successful long-term weight loss. So here we go with some basics on what is that. And I want to say up front, if you already know that you need a coach, you already want a weight loss coach, you've been watching these videos for a long time, you've been going, I'm ready. I just haven't done it yet. Don't wait. It's time to move. So email me at drandreachristianparks@gmail.com and I will help you. We'll set up a consultation and we can get started working together. You do not have to do this by yourself. However, if you're still trying to figure it out, let's get into the next topic. I want to talk about the reason we do anything. And I think, we feel like it's a million different reasons. We do all these different things and there are different motivations behind each one. But actually it's simpler than that. And this is going to twist your mind up a little bit, but I want you to just hang with me for a minute. When we make the decisions we make, whether it's at home, whether it's with our closest relationships, whether it's with our children, we make those decisions and we tell ourselves it's because we think it's the right thing. And actually that's not true. It's not just that we think it's the right thing. We do what we do because of how we think it will make us feel. You got that? We do what we do because of how we think it will make us feel. So what do I mean? So we might decide we see our children, they've trashed the house, they're sitting around, laying around the house, playing on their electronic devices, reading a book, and yet the laundry is piled up in the laundry room, their rooms are not clean, they are taking a break when really they've got a lot to do. So we jump in and decide, okay, they need a correction. I need to correct them because this is unacceptable. They can't live like this. Here's the thing. We do that because we think that once they do the thing, once we've taught them, once we've trained them, once we've gotten them to do the thing, whatever it is, clean up the laundry or, pick up all the books or whatever it is, that we will have done a good job as a mom or as a dad. And we feel like that makes us feel like we're accomplished, we are responsible, you pick the emotion, whatever it is that you feel about it. On the other hand, if we just let that stuff slide, sometimes we think, well, that means I'm not a good mom. I'm not doing my job as a parent. Now, if you watched last week, you know the difference between a thought and a fact. And this is a good example. Everything I just said was a thought. But that thought produces a feeling, and our feeling drives us to do that thing. So if we think we'll feel more like we did our job as a parent, or that we feel accomplished, or that we are a good parent, that series of thinking brings up emotion for us that makes us feel like that correction is worth it. Depending on how you think about the whole situation, you might come across as very calm and very corrective and just matter of fact, and this is what we need to do, stop what you're doing, move on. Or you might fly off the handle and be hollering at people and chasing people up the stairs and hurry up and get this done, I'm tired of talking to you about this, and all that. And it all comes from, we feel like we should do something. This is what we feel. We think we'll feel better if we do that thing. What's another good example? Let's get into, this is weight loss we're talking about here, so let's talk about that. We could be at work and it is a busy day. There's a lot of things happening, multiple projects, lots of patients, whatever, depending on the job you do. There's just phone calls, back-to-back meetings, and all of a sudden you realize in the break room someone brought a plate of cookies. I know, I use cookies all the time. I like cookies. So there's a plate of cookies in the break room, and you think, I've had such a stressful day. It's so crazy around here. I deserve a cookie. I will feel good if I eat the cookie. Here's the trick. You probably will feel good while you're eating the cookie, maybe just in the moment of eating the cookie. And so you're right to some degree. You will feel better if you eat the cookie. Here's the problem. The long-term feeling you're going to get from eating that cookie is actually not a good one. It's probably going to be something like regret. But your brain doesn't offer you that as this is how you will feel if you eat the cookie. The brain says, "Ooh, sugar feels good. Let's eat that." And so you immediately go, "I'm going to feel good if I eat this cookie." So just remember that sometimes the options offered to you from your mind, the things that you remember, I always feel great when I eat a cinnamon roll or a cookie or a plate of pancakes or what I'm thinking of, sugary, carby stuff. Yeah, you do in the moment, but in the long term, you don't feel so good. So, and that part your brain seems to conveniently not bring up. So and that's a matter of training. That's a matter of rewiring how we think about food, how we think about decisions and that kind of thing. And that actually is where coaching shines, because that immediate reflex, "Oh, I'll feel better if I eat that cookie," gets questioned. That's the thing that we start working on in coaching. Like, what were you thinking at the time, and why did you think that was a good idea, and what are the other possibilities? And we start retraining. That is where we do a lot of work in coaching. Having said that, just remember, it doesn't matter what you do. Everything you do, it's because you think it will make you feel a certain way. So if that's the motivation behind stuff, and you know that your thinking is producing your feelings, which is always the case. Every feeling you have comes from how you think about something. If that's the case, then the power comes from managing the thinking that's producing the emotions. So it kind of works in a circle. We go, I think I'll feel this way if I eat this thing, or if I do this thing, or if I say this thing. It's like firing off an email in the middle of being really angry or frustrated about something. Usually isn't a good idea, but it feels really good at the time. Like you feel like, I'll feel justified if I do that. And on the other hand, like on the back end, if you really thought about it, you would go, this probably isn't a good idea. And you probably wouldn't do it. So again, the power comes in the thinking. The feelings drive a lot of how you do things and why you do things. So this again is where coaching comes in. If you know, I end up in this place all the time where I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I eat that? Why am I constantly sabotaging myself? It's because your thinking has to be rewired, and you need a little help with it. So if that's what you want, if that's what you're looking for, and you want a coach and you want me to be your coach, I want you to email me. Email me at drandreachristianparks@gmail.com, and let's set up a consultation and we'll get started working together. All right? All right, next week we'll be back with another weight loss coaching basic. I'll see you then. Bye.